shall we start the show? How many
It's all go.
episodes in?
It's all
Oh,
going off. Like I've got food poisoning.
okay.
You just chucked some people out of your house, and Christian, our
Yes.
producer, was stuck in the toilet because his doorknob broke. So it's all going
It's
off.
it's typical dear future grandkids chaos before
Chaos.
we start recording all the time. But thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in to Dear Future Grandkids. As you know, we are coming at you on Facebook and YouTube. Like always, I'm Jen in Singapore. Barely just kicked some of our guests out of the house. That's Ange in Hong Kong, who's been quite poorly. I think some airline food. We'll save that for another day. And usually we
Don't want to
have our
know.
mate, yeah, the lovely Percy from the Philippines. But these days, it's more like that show, Where in the World is Carmen San Diego? Where in the world is Percival Interland? He's just running an empire, busy on panels, and just he misses
Yeah.
us, but he hasn't got time. Perce, where are you, Perce?
I mean, I know you're on stage 2 of world domination first, but don't forget your mates here.
Yeah, don't forget your friends. Don't forget your friends.
Well, without Percy, still the show must
Yeah.
go on. So this is Dear Future Grandkids, the show that asks a wonderful guest the big question: what would you say to your future grandkids?
Hmm.
What stories would you want them to know? What treasures would you want to show them? Do you have a corner of shame hiding somewhere?
I think we all have that. But more importantly, today we have a very talented and creative mind on the show. A self confessed class clown who became a comedian, a poet, and a writer. He also co founded Linya Linya, which is an online digital channel creating daily content about everyday Filipino experiences that uses punny and witty copy with the occasional poetic and profound sprinkled in, giving an overall reflection of everyday modern Filipino lives. Now, Linya Linya also sells merchandise, particularly shirts, and generally celebrates Filipino life. Our guest believes in the saying, how can we say that we're creative if we don't create? So please welcome to Dear Future Grandkids, Ali Sangalang.
Yay!
Hello, everyone. Boom. Hello. Hi,
Boom
Ange, and hi,
indeed.
Jen.
Hi,
Hey,
Ali, how are
Ali.
you? How's it going? I know that's the boom is the start to your linear podcast all the time, right? It's what you guys say with
Yeah,
boom,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's your
Yes,
catchphrase.
Started
there
with
we
a bang,
go.
literally.
Yeah, nice. I like your motto, how can we say that we're creative if we don't create? We believe that at Dear Future Grandkids, but it's kind of difficult too sometimes. Like we're always saying how busy we are, whether we're going to keep the pod going. Like, how did you come to that life motto, and how has it served you?
I think I came to that line when I was really confused on what to do, and I wanted to be a writer before, and I want to be a creative. And I thought of that line because if I don't start, I won't be able to create anything. So if I want to be creative, I have to start somewhere, even if uh, even if that something is not my ideal output. But the most important thing is I have to just try and create and take it from there.
Right.
that's 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 almost a juxtaposition, right? Because when you think about a creative person, just creates or doesn't, march the beats on drum. But here you are instilling discipline in the creative process because you believe in like, I just even it may not be the best, but just do it, keep doing it.
Yes, especially in this age where there's really a lot of pressure amongst the youth to when in the age of social media, we see all of these, we're exposed to all of these information, all of these creations, and it's really a big pressure for creatives to start something because you always see other people who appears to be very good at what they're doing, and you tend to question your own yourself, no, and
Yeah.
your own capabilities. That's why I think that's the most important. That's the most challenging part of being a creative is just to start from scratch and take it from there.
Yeah, it's like the phrase, you don't have to be great to start, but if you don't start, you won't be great, right? And it is that. contradiction. Cool. Well, Ali, we're going to jump into some quick fire questions for you now. In 3 words, how would your friends describe you?
My friends would describe me as witty, friendly, and I think the most common thing is handsome.
Oh, you, Ali, you're so humble. You're so
and
humble.
humble, and humble.
That's what they keep telling me, but I think it's hardworking, not handsome, hardworking.
And what's a life motto that you live by?
A life motto is in Filipino. It's magsimulang magsimula. It means begin to start. Again, it's coming from what I've said earlier
Ah,
that the hardest thing is really to just start because most of the time we question ourselves, we overthink, and when we begin to write, when we begin to sing, when we begin to try something, that's the only time that um, we can move forward and
Nice.
see where we can go.
I
oh, I
like
love
that.
that. And it
Yeah,
sounds
I
so
like
much
that.
better when you say it in Filipino than
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
say
in
it in English.
Tagalog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Tagalog.
Also
Yeah.
have another life motto. I think that's in my earlier days, that's my motto. But now that I've started to um, do things right at this age, I'm 36 and I've tried a lot of things. Now what I try to follow is the line. It's in Filipino again, right?
Yep.
It's mahalaga ang bawat hakbang, lakad lang, mahanap mo rin ang linya mo. So in English, it means every step is important. Keep walking. You'll eventually find your path.
Oh, that's
Nice.
beautiful. That's a
Nice.
really
Yeah.
beautiful motto. I'm going to adopt that for sure. Now, Jen has a theory that every boy likes comic books.
Come on.
So,
Don't
did
fail me,
you,
Ali. Don't fail me.
growing up, Ali, did you read comic books? And if so, what's the first comic book you remember buying or liking?
Oh my, yes. When I was a kid, I used to read a lot of comic books. Uh, there's this comic book entitled Funny Comics. It arrives every Sunday in our home along with our Sunday newspaper. So it's a weekly um, funny comics, and I was collecting these comics. However, my first comic book ever, I think, was a Snoopy comic book.
Ah, okay.
Snoopy.
Oh, my cousin was
Yeah,
Snoopy.
obsessed.
it was the first one because it was the cheapest in school.
Oh,
So that's just the book that I can afford that time when I was in elementary, when I was in grade school.
yeah.
So yeah, it's Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Great
Well,
story. Yeah, Snoopy.
it's a
Yeah.
timeless comic strip. Nice. Now, I know you do stand-up comedy, and that's so tough. Do you have a go-to joke or comment that you might throw in if you're not really feeling it from the audience?
To be honest, I have no go-to jokes, and I've only a short stint at stand-up comedy when I used to do open mics.
Yeah.
Um, and I try to be as spontaneous as possible. Um, but I remember when people used to ask me how's my work in the government because I worked there for six
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
I always say that it's stressful feeling. Stressful feeling. I invented this word. It's stressful feeling because it's both stressful and but at the same time it's fulfilling. So yeah,
Stressful
that's what
feeling.
I answer my
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my- and Jen also has a theory that boys like sports, either watching or playing. Did you have a favorite sport that you like to watch or play growing up?
Yes, of course. It should be basketball, right? Because that's the second religion in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Basketball. When you grow up, courts are everywhere. You have one in your garage, in your room. in the village, in school. So there's courts everywhere, and yeah, yeah, Pinoys just love playing basketball. It's a way of um, you're part of a community when you play basketball, because that's where you meet friends. That's where you build relationships with your classmates, with your even now with my workmates. We play basketball. So yeah, basketball is really a big thing here in the Philippines.
Nice. What is the first thing that you do after you wake up in the morning? As soon as you get up, what's the first thing that you do? Usually now these days, everyone just reaches for their phone. Well, what is it? What is it that you do?
I turn off the alarm first. Yeah, I turn off the
Okay.
alarm, and
Phone alarm
I
as
try.
well.
Yeah, I try to fight the urge of um, checking on social media and checking
Yeah.
emails, messages. I try to move away from my phone, and I try to breathe deeply
Oh, okay.
so that I can shake off the um, the bad juju when you wake up. And I try to open a meditation and mindfulness app. It's called Headspace. So it
Hmm.
sets me up it reminds me to again to breathe and to just try to be mindful of where I am, and to be grateful that I'm
Wow.
alive for another day. Yeah,
So you practically do that every morning.
yeah.
Wow.
It's just for about 5 to 10 minutes. Um, there's just a speaker with a particular topic about mindfulness. About
Yeah.
you can also choose some topics where it's about fighting anxiety. It's about um, having a more positive mindset. So I try to do this because most of the time when I wake up, I immediately think of work. I immediately
Yeah.
think of
Right.
the
Yep.
problems that I'll face for the day, and it's really hard to start your day with overthinking, with all these um, thoughts that are not yet here, not yet present. So I try to just stay at the moment and just appreciate um, a new day. Yeah.
Man, Ali, you're too young to have this much wisdom, my friend. Too young with this much
No,
wisdom. Too young.
no,
Preach.
no, no, no.
Too young. Now, what do you do? I don't know. I can't imagine you ever get bored, but what do you do when you're bored?
Just like most of us, right? I watch YouTube videos. I listen to music. I eat snacks. I'm a snacker, so which is also bad. But sometimes I also call my friends, because at this age we're all too busy, and sometimes you forget to reconnect with friends and to catch up. So when I'm
Mm,
bored, I just uh, call my friends and try to um, share some stories and ask also about happenings in their lives.
nice. It's always good to connect as well. Um, we're gonna talk a bit about your career now. When were you the most satisfied in terms of your career? Is it now, or maybe even like when you were first starting out? Because that was the time where it just had the most exponential opportunity, right? Potential, right? Because you didn't know where you'll be. So, where would you think you're the most satisfied in your career?
I think I was most satisfied when I finally got a job. it
Okay.
was it wasn't my it wasn't my dream job.
Yep.
Um, I really wanted to be a copywriter, so I applied for the top 10 ad agencies here in the Philippines, and I went to all their offices. I submitted my resume in person, and when I got home and days and weeks came, none of them called me. So I didn't have a job for months. Yeah, but when I applied online, the first job that accepted me, I was really grateful. Even if I didn't get my desired position, which is to be a copywriter. I
Yeah.
was accepted as an account manager. I think it's a Singaporean company. It's a print company called Express Media, and they had a digital arm here in the Philippines,
Yeah.
and they got me as an account manager. I think I was really happy that finally I got a job. So that was one of the most satisfying feelings that I had. However, I think one of the proudest moment that um, I had was when I worked in the government and I had the privilege to uh, write for the president. So I wrote along with a team. We're a group of young idealistic Filipinos who were able to work for the late president Aquino.
Yeah.
And I think I was 22, 23 at that time when
Wow.
I got accepted as a speechwriter, as a presidential speechwriter. So that
Wow.
was really something else. But and I wasn't expecting it. I didn't dream of being in that position. But just what I've said, you
What,
just have to start. Yeah.
Yeah.
what had you written? What had you written, or what had you done or said to be 22 and be picked as a presidential scriptwriter?
He was an account
Uh,
manager at a Singapore digital firm. That's how he got the
no,
job.
no, no. Imagine, Jen. I used to write poetry when I was in college, and when the late president was forming his team of speechwriters, the the speechwriter that he had was also a poet, so he was familiar with some of the names in college where we were some of our works were posted. And the unique thing with this work is that they were searching for a Filipino speechwriter, a Tagalog speechwriter.
Mm.
So someone who writes in Filipino and Tagalog, and that's my forte.
Mm.
When I was in high school and I was in college, and I didn't have a vast knowledge in politics, but I have a knack for the Filipino language, and I think with my background also in um, having a knack for words, having knowing how to connect with people, knowing how to make other people smile. I think that was a crucial role in that team. So I wasn't the most proficient writer. I was surrounded by my teammates who are all valedictorian candidates in their schools. They're all award-winning poets, but I was a quipster. I was a, I was a, I was a, I was the confident one. I think bold. I was cracking jokes, and I was able to make the president laugh. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that you can monetize being a quipster at like the age of 22 at not just basic level, but a presidential level?
Yeah.
That's
I can't believe it
pretty
until now,
awesome.
and yeah, I
I,
can't
I,
believe it.
I wonder what your career advice. I wonder what your teacher looking at you at school, and maybe you're the slightly the cocky one, but you're also the
Yeah.
poet. I wonder if they said, I think you should write for the president. That's what
Yeah.
Ali should do.
Oh
That'd
my
be
god,
so brilliant.
that didn't
So
happen, but yeah,
that's
that's life.
amazing. That's amazing.
Amazing.
So,
Amazing.
Ali, we want you to get some blood circulation, get up and move now. We're going to give you a few seconds to go and grab 2 items from your work or your travels that might have some special meaning for you. Go and show and tell.
I'm sure
So I'll just
there must be
grab
some.
anything
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
yeah. Whatever you have, just grab
just
2 items. There
whatever.
must be some linear t-shirts. I'm sure there must be some stories.
Here's a
Oh.
plant. Here's a
Oh.
dead plant.
Why have you got a dead plant that's clearly been dead for a while with a
Yeah.
broken
Sorry.
pot?
Ali, you got that wrong. That's not a plant. That was a plant.
Yeah, that was a plan. Yeah, the plan was to be a plant, but it failed. The wrong plant. I have a cactus here. So the good thing with cactus is it's low maintenance, And
Mhm.
if you look closely, some of the branches fell, and when it fell, I left it. I placed it on another pot, and it grew on its own again.
No
So
way.
that's
You
a good thing.
replanted.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
There's even a branch that fell that was just on the floor for weeks, and it grew,
Ah.
Oh, I
even if
did
it's
not
not.
know that I did not know cactuses were so easy to regrow. Are you in your
Yeah,
office right now? Is this an office that you're in?
yeah. This is our office, and this is my room.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're working late
Nice.
just for us.
N-
So
yeah.
this
Nice.
is
I'm the
Linya
only.
Linya's office?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
our
cool.
office, and if you can see, there's a mural here that says "Gets ka namin." It the meaning of that is we get you, we understand you, and
Oh,
we also have
nice.
murals. This is our
Nice. So
So
office.
creative
cool. What a cool
space.
setup.
Huge. Yeah.
So this is where design
I'm
takes
alone.
place. This is where operations takes place.
Yes,
This is where you
Brainstorming
film.
ideas and the
yes.
slogans and
We
the
have a
memes and
conference
all,
room,
right?
yeah, and we also have a warehouse here where all our stocks are located.
Oh, you warehouse there too. Man, that's super
Yeah,
cool. Well, I guess we
Super
should
cool.
ask. I guess what since you're on the move, we should ask about your corner of shame then.
Yeah, let's do
So
it
it
now.
looks super cool. Looks really great, your office. But do you have a corner of shame, a place that you would never show clients
I
normally?
mean, he showed the
oh my
plant of shame, which is dead, and a regenerating cactus. But
corner of
what's your corner of
shame.
shame that you have?
Oh my god.
I normally point it at my wife, but
Oh, Jen, you are sleeping in
Oh
the
my
doghouse tonight.
I'm brave because she can't hear me. That's all.
corner of shame, I don't know.
See,
um
not in
So you
Linya's office. No way.
there's no
we're
corner of shame.
I'm proud of
Where you
every
just
corner.
Yeah,
Maybe this
where you
I
just
one.
love it.
oh, it's
Oh,
We
a
have
beautiful
cool.
corner.
That's
yeah,
nice.
that's a
Man, your office
corner
is neat.
So
where you
those are
can
just what
cry.
boxes? Is that boxes of stock or it's just like you
Boxes of some of
filing?
our stuff and
Ah,
some
okay.
files. Yeah. But this one we
That's
have
pretty.
a corner here where you can cry and no
The
one will
corner
see
of
you. You can
swing.
the corner of swing. You can turn around if you want to. to
Nice.
That is
I
a
yeah,
cool
like it.
corner. That's a cool corner. That's a cool office.
That's
yeah.
super,
Yeah,
super cool.
very cool, Ali. Very cool. We got a full tour today. We're really lucky. So the whole
Yeah.
office,
No, I
I'm
love
going
it.
now.
storeroom, the swing, the dead plant, the cactus. Now back to the
Yeah.
office. We've seen it
I have
all.
to
We've
say,
seen it
yeah, I
all.
have to say my favorite part of Dear Future Grandkids, I have to say, is when we get to nosy around someone else's
Yeah.
place. This is
Yeah.
this is what the show is about, if you ask me. Any excuse to have a look around someone's place. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Ali, I know that as a comic, right? You know that it takes, I mean, immense skill to just make people laugh. It's not right. People think it's just just cracking jokes is so easy, just to make people laugh. It's not that easy. But I mean, I guess in the spirit of linear as well, in terms of understanding the masses, right? What people are going through at the moment. So, is there like a topic or type of joke that you feel that has consistently surprised your audience? Because everything is more like what you do, and with linear, it's more observational, right? Does that
Yeah.
work? Does that surprise your audience all the time?
Um, I think there's a common experience that most Filipinos are going through every day, and it's just a matter of saying it in different ways. But the common thing is most of us are stressed. Most of us are really tired at work, are fed up with traffic, are um, tired with our government, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and that's why
yeah,
we're here. That's why Linya is here to say to our countrymen that we understand you. We also feel the same. We are all stressed, but we find ways to cope. We find ways to still appreciate our lives, our country, that there are still good things surrounding us, and we just have to uh, appreciate them. And if there are not so good things, not to disregard them, but to also address them. That's why our content page, just from being a solely humorous page,
Yeah.
the past years we've adjusted and adapted to to other experiences that Filipinos are going through, which is the pandemic, which is
Yeah. Because you had to
life
pivot
is hard.
because of the pandemic, right? Yeah. Because
Yeah,
because
yeah,
because the pandemic really made you guys pivot because you can't be so humorous
yeah,
during this time, right? During this juncture when everyone is suffering, especially the daily wage workers, right? There's no work. Yeah.
yeah. So that's our realization that Filipinos are not just um, happy people, but we also experience all these challenges, and um, we can't cope by just laughing at things, especially there are serious things happening. That's why we started to create content that's more mindful of what's happening in our society, mindful of what people are going through, their mental health, and yeah, all the things that we don't agree with, the policies here. Um, we were really I think we were brave and courageous to do that, especially our community knew us to be just um, releasing funny content, and then but we're really surprised because Filipinos, our community supported our move, because that's
Yep.
also where they're coming from. So yeah, I think there was an alignment there, that they also knew that we can be humorous at times, but we also have to be serious, and we have to stand up for the things that are important to us, if needed, if it's needed.
Wow. I mean, I think comedy is one of the highest forms of communication and art, because making people laugh is difficult, but there's nothing cooler than that. And then the fact that to make people laugh, you have to sort of point a mirror, and there has to be something very relatable in what you say in order for people to really truly absorb it. So the fact that you've managed to transition
Yeah.
that kind of messaging and that personal, like pointing a mirror, into not just comedy but also to address serious things too, I think that's not easy. I mean, what is the process? Do you have meetings every morning? Do
Mm.
you like do you go off and everyone write separate stuff and bring it all together? Like what's the creative process?
Um, Before there were only three of us who's doing this, so it was just me writing, and there's an artist who would interpret my lines, and we release it. But now we're a team of 40. We're 40 at Linya Linya. So
You're 40,
Wow.
40, yeah.
content creators?
No. It's a mix of content
40,
creators
yeah.
and salespeople who are at the
Right.
malls helping us sell. But in our creative team, we're now 9 or 10 in the team.
Wow.
So we have two writers, we have two artists, I think three artists, and social media managers. So the creative process is, our writers submit lines every week. So that's standard. Uh, Whatever they come up with and what they've experienced all throughout the week, they write it and they submit it to me. However, we have a chat group where everyone in the team can contribute, and
Hmm.
we also have prompts on what's been happening in trends and what's been happening in the news, so everyone can pitch in. So that's the good thing with our process right now. Everyone can write, everyone can be funny, everyone can be um, can um, share their thoughts. So we democratize the creative process. So it's not only me, because I'm not the only one who can be funny, who can write lines. So that's a good thing. Even our artists, our social media managers, even our sales can pitch in. So when everyone agrees to the line that it's fun, it's relevant, it's relatable, we submit it to our artists and they interpret it with their designs, and then we post it.
Wow, that's so cool,
Yeah.
man. That's a decent team you've got there.
Look at how far you have come since then. Amazing.
Oh,
Now, as part of the show as well, I know that we like to snoop around and look at corner of shame, but also, I mean, we do something meaningful. This is where we want you to bring out your mobile phone and then
mm-hmm. Wow.
leave us a voice message that we all can hear. You don't have to identify the person if you don't want to, but leave a voice message, a meaningful voice message to someone, could be anyone, someone that has has really helped you, could be a mentor, or could be an old friend that you think about but just never got around to leaving a message. So that's completely up to you, but in the spirit of the show, we just very nosy and we just want to listen to it while you actually send that voice message. Do you accept the
Okay.
challenge?
Oh wow. What can I do? I think
Yeah.
I have to do it. Oh wow. I leave a message to Rach.
Okay.
Okay. Hi Rach. I know you're on your way to a gig right now. You're driving, and I just want you to know that I have a big crush on you, and I hope to go on a date with you soon, and maybe we can hang out and yeah, take it from there. So I know you're driving right now, so just look at the road and try hard not to be caught by the police. See you soon. Bye bye. Yeah, that was Rach,
Hey, if you
my
get a
crush.
reply,
Yeah, this is
if you get a
this is
reply before the end of the show,
Send it.
we want. Oh, you really did send it. Oh, that's proof. Proof you actually sent
he's
it. Nice.
he's so smooth. That's how you keep a relationship. So smooth.
That's
That's so
smooth.
smooth. It's like winning her all over again.
I
That's
don't know.
why you.
I don't know. She might be suspicious. I don't know. There's borderline between
No,
winning again and wondering what happened.
no, he's completely winning again. That's Ali style. Definitely winning again. That's why he writes for the president at the age of 22. Well,
So
look, Ali,
funny because
I'm gonna
you're
call you
thinking
when
it's
I'm
smooth,
stuck now.
Jen.
I
That's
think
so
it's
funny because you're
smooth.
smoothing and smooth, and I'm thinking, oh my god, Rachel's gonna be so suspicious. Like, why this
No,
voice message
What's
coming out of the blue?
happening?
that
There's
is.
two. My friend is a florist, had a floral shop. Well, COVID killed her floral shop, but anyway, there's two times when men buy flowers, right? One is Valentine's Day, and two when they're in trouble and they need to apologize. That's the only two times in a year that men buy flowers, and I suspect Rachel's going to go, what the hell? What has Ali done that he feels the need to send me that weird voice message?
No, she's used to that. I send her messages regularly.
Oh.
The
See,
same message.
see. He's
Jen knows
smooth. He
it.
works
Jen knows
there.
it.
It's
He's
smooth for
smooth,
sure.
smooth.
Maybe we can go on a date. That's winning. Okay.
I
See?
forgot to tell her that she has to pay for the bills.
Yeah. Well, that's just a by the by. She doesn't need to know about that. It's the thought. You see, and you got so much to learn, and so much.
I do. I'm taking notes.
Yeah. So we got a glimpse into you personally. How you got started, and then your first job writing for the president, Linya, and of course with your relationship as well. And now let's pivot and talk about your family, right? What were your parents like?
They're the best. They're
Oh,
loving, they're caring,
Oh,
and they're very supportive to me and my siblings. Um, my dad is an engineer. He worked for more than 50 years in the automotive manufacturing industry. He's also a motorcycle enthusiast, as you can see,
Yeah.
and he's a sensei, a seventh dan black belter in Okinawan karate.
No way, hardcore.
Yeah, he's hardcore. So he's really into Japanese culture. He worked for Honda for 10 years, and he was fascinated in their culture, and he trained karate abroad, and he's now a seventh dan black belter. That
Oh
it
my
means
gosh.
7 notches higher than a
Uh,
regular black
that,
belt, and
uh,
he's on a sensei level, meaning he can teach karate.
how old
Yeah,
is your dad now?
he's 72, turning
Oh
73.
my
Wow,
Um,
he's in
gosh.
good shape.
yeah, yeah,
What? And
that's him.
wow. And your mom, so I follow you on Instagram, and your mom's just the sweetest because she always cooks for you to make
Yes,
sure you get fed and cooks all the comfort food. That must feel really good.
yes, she's also the best. No, um, she takes she's been taking care of us since we were little. So
Aw.
up until now, she prepares food for me, and when I go home, I take with me uh, one sack of food containers with with my favorite adobo, my favorite uh,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, she's the best. And my favorite food that my mom prepares is nilagang baka. It's a Filipino beef stew with potato and cabbage with clear broth. So it's a really heartwarming meal, and it's my go-to comfort food when I go home. It reminds me of
Oh.
Wow.
home and my
Yeah.
mom's warm hug. Yeah.
Oh, food is
Yeah.
love, isn't it? Food really
That
is a demonstration of love.
that that is. It's just just don't ever take that for granted. If ever there's a home cooked meal from your mom anywhere, anytime, take it. Take it 100%. Yeah, because I lost my mom 2 years ago, and it's been a long time since she was not well, and it's a long time since she could cook. But it's something that I always remember. And then Asian families, right? Then you know that we may not say in Chinese household I love you too often, but you know that she loves you because she goes, come back, I'll cook for you, or when are you coming back? I'll cook for you. And then that's when you know that that's the love in there, and that's the care and everything into that meal. So no, it really warms my heart to know that you have that relationship with your parents, and then she shows you love that way. I did. That's just nothing better, to be honest. And also I'm a little bit afraid of your dad.
He's the nicest guy. He's very patient. He's very zen. He taught me how to not to um, when driving. He taught us not to have road rage. So he's zen. So he's not
Wow.
Right.
even if he's a black belter. He's very patient and very very kind.
Wow.
This is the guys when you know you don't mess with the most zen guy, but he goes, "I could kill you in 2 moves.
Yeah,
I
they're
could
Zen because
literally, I could
they
literally
know.
kill
Yeah.
you in 2 moves." But no road rage, nothing. Calm. I would.
Here's
But
Rage's
yes.
Oh,
What
reaction.
you say? What you say?
oh.
Hala, hala means what?
So fun.
Oh no! What's that?
Brilliant.
See,
Love it.
that's a great relationship they're playing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
It's in all caps. So, is there a significance? It's in all caps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you tell your future grandkids about your family? Like what's an important lesson that you learned from your family that would be important for your future grandkids to know?
Mm.
I think the importance of listening, of because I remember when I was a kid, when my siblings and I have misunderstandings, when we fight, our dad used to call us, the ones who were involved in the fight, and we sit down in our living room in our sofa, and our dad would ask us what happened and let us speak individually to explain our side. And after making us understand where the other person is coming from, and after that he asks us to shake hands and to hug each other and say sorry. So that's I think not that's not a common thing when I ask my friends what our dad did to us. I hear friends telling me that um, their parents are usually uh, violent, or they
Yeah.
hurt their
Yeah.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think uh, um, that really made an impact to me and to my siblings when we were kids. That our dad always gives us space to explain ourselves, and he listens and he makes us listen uh, to our siblings. And I think that's a good trait to have. Um, so I think that um, really made an impact to me, and that's what I want to instill to
Mm.
my kids or to my grandkids, the importance of listening and of the importance of listening and importance of what do you call that, uh,
Mediation.
mediation, yeah, or not
Conflict
being.
resolution.
Yeah, that's I think that's it. That's important in a family to listen to each other and to care for each other's feelings. Yeah.
Wow, your dad sounds like the coolest. He really
Yeah.
does. He sounds like like an 80s movie character.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sensei and everything
He's
else,
the
the
wise
calmest
dad in an
guy, the
80s movie
learner. Yeah.
character.
He's a motorcycle enthusiast, and up until now, at 72, 73, we've been riding long rides here in the Philippines. So
That's so
we're
great.
planning to ride soon. So he's really cool. And the funny thing is, the last time that we had a long ride, I really told myself that I have to check on my dad to make sure that he's
Mm.
okay. But that didn't happen. It was the other way around. He was the one, if I was okay, if I if I wanted to stop, or if I wanted a breather. So he's really a Superman. I don't know where he gets his energy. Yeah.
So
Oh
cool.
man, Ali, I tell you what, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. It's amazing to hear your story, your life story, your professional career, and also what's really amazing is when we ask our guests and questions and we talk about their family and ask them about their parents, and then yours was just a straight up answer immediately goes, they're wonderful, they're the best. It shows what an amazing relationship you have. So before we say goodbye, right here on Dear Future Grandkids, we get our guests to leave a message for their future grandkids. So just let's look at this as a video time capsule. So maybe 20, 30 years from now, you're a grandparent and your grandkids will get to watch this again and you get to leave them a message. I mean, what would you say to your future grandkids?
Okay. Dear future grandkids, this is your grandpa, Lolo Ali. How are you guys? I hope you are well. If you're listening to this, I invite you to breathe in and breathe out. I know life is tough, no, but I want you to know that your lolo is having a hard time speaking in English. This is not my natural language. So let me speak to you guys in our native language, in Filipino. Um, and we'll have a translation, I think, here, somewhere here.
Yeah.
So, hirap na hirap ako sa buong episode na to. dahil dumudugo na yung ilong ng lolo niyo. So I'm trying to say that I'm having a hard time speaking here and my nose is already bleeding because because of speaking in English, but I did my best, and I hope this is okay with you guys. I hope um, you're still proud of me, even if I had a hard time speaking. So I'll try to speak in Filipino, okay?
Yeah. Of
Ang
course.
sana habang bata, lumabas kayo at danasin ang mundo. Huwag kayong matakot magkamali. Diyan kayo matututo. Diyan nyo mas makikilala ang mga sarili ninyo. Sa sarili ninyong paglalakbay, sana mahanap ninyo ang inyong why. Bakit nga ba ako nandito? Ano ang pwede kong magawa sa mundo? Ano ang pwede kong may ambag sa iba at sa mundo? So I'll try to translate that. Find your why. And I hope that why is something that can help others or make other people happy. And I hope that why can contribute something to make the world a little better. So, and mahirap ang buhay pero laging merong dahilang ngumiti, tumawa, tumindig, lumaban, at magpatuloy. Let me translate that. I'll try. Life is hard, but you should remember that there's always a reason to smile, to laugh, to stand up for what you believe in, to fight for the things that you believe in, and to continue. That's it.
Oh, Ali,
Wow, that is
that is
beautiful.
that really is so beautiful. I
Yes.
I would love to listen to that in 20, 30 years time as your legacy. I'm sure your parents would also love that as wise words of wisdom that you've managed to pass
I hope.
down.
I
That
hope.
is so nice. Why does it sound better in Tagalog? Like,
Yes, it sounds so much better in
sounds
Tagalog.
like
By
poetic
far.
and wise.
Yes.
Wisdom is
Yeah,
best spoken in another language, right?
Yeah.
That's what
English is so boring.
Oh, we really love that. So, Ali, how can friends reach out for you? Where could they find you online?
I think you should visit our website linyalinya.ph where we house all our creations, all our shirts. If you're looking for witty, relatable statement shirts, you can find it there. You can also follow us on our social media pages. Linya Linya, search for Linya Linya. But if you want to follow me, my personal accounts, you just follow at Ali Sangalang, ALISANGALANG. You can also listen to my own podcast, The Linya Linya Show. It's also available on Spotify, and that's it.
Yeah, how many episodes of your podcast have you done? You're very regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I release at least once every week. So we're now on our 264th episode.
Oh my goodness! And
That
have
deserves
you
a
had breaks? Have you had
No,
long
no
breaks?
break.
You just
No
no
breaks.
breaks.
I think the longest one I think is just a month when I transitioned from having a co-host to just doing it solo. So it's
Wow.
really been a ride.
Wow,
It's
as
been
newbie, as newbie podcasters, and we can never decide. We're busy people, and we love Dear Future Grandkids, we really do. But we're always wondering ourselves whether to keep it going or not. Wow,
keep it going,
inspiring.
guys. And I hope
Yeah,
this episode won't stop you guys from continuing.
this episode doesn't kill Dear Future Grandkids.
I really hope
Yeah.
so.
Ali, thank you so much. Honestly, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for your time. And thank you all for watching. This has been Dear Future Grandkids, where we look at the past to give us lessons for the future. Like always, I'm Jen. That's Ange. And Percy, if you're watching this, we miss you.
We miss you, Purse. Come on back.
Yeah, come on back. I know you don't like Ali personally. That's why you missed the show. But he's a great
I knew
guy.
it.
He's a lovely
knew it.
guy. Yeah.
Oh my
terrible. See, and of course we have to thank our wonderful guest today, who's the oldest person at 36 with the most wisdom and wit as well, the one and only Ali Sangalang. Ali, thank you very much for being on the show, and thank you all for watching. This has been Dear Future Grandkids. maybe according to Alias, we might see you next time, or is this the end? We don't know. So take care. Bye.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
all.
Jen
Bye.
and
Bye, Ali. Thank you.